Hello everyone and welcome back to CSC211 Data Structures and Algorithms course. In this lecture, we will discuss one of the most fundamental data structures in programming, arrays. An array is a list of fixed number of homogeneous data elements stored in successive memory locations. These data elements can be referred to using their index or subscript. The index of an array starts from 0 and goes up to n-1, where n is the number of elements in an array. Arrays can be declared in various programming languages like C, Java, and Python. In Java, the declaration syntax for an array is given in the slides. Here we have data type, then array name, assignment operator, new data type, and inside the bracket size of the array. As you can see in the slide in the video, we have int data type, and the name of the array is item, and the size of the array is n, where n must be greater than 0. An array is a list of fixed memory of homogeneous data elements stored in successive memory locations. The elements in the array can be referred to through their index or subscript. In many programming languages, the lower bound of the index is 0 and the upper bound is n-1, where n is the length of the array. Therefore, if we know the lower and upper bounds of the array, we can calculate the length of the array by the formula n equal to upper bound minus lower bound plus 1. Since the elements of an array are stored in successive memory locations, the array occupies a contiguous memory block. This makes it easy to access each successive element by incrementing the index with 1. Additionally, every element occupies the same number of bytes depending on its data type and the word size of the underlying machine hardware. In an array, the address of the first element is called the base or start address of the array. From there, the location or address of any element in the array can be calculated using a formula that is given in front of you, that is location of I equal to base address plus W multiplied by I minus L, where W is the number of words per memory cell, L is the lower bound of the array, and I is the index that represents the element whose location we want to find. For example, let's assume that W is 4 and we have an array with a lower bound of 0. If we want to find the location of the second element in the array, we can use the formula location of 2 equal to the base address, that is 1001, plus 4, that is number of words per memory cell, multiplied by the index 2 minus the lower bound, that is 0. This means that the location of the second element in the array is 1009. It's important to note that every element in an array occupies the same number of bytes depending on its data type and the word size of the underlying machine hardware. Because the memory locations are continuous, we can access each successive element by incrementing the index with 1. This is why arrays are a useful data structure for storing and accessing a fixed number of homogeneous data elements. Arrays support a set of operations, one of which is retrieval or accessing or indexing. This operation allows you to retrieve a specific value from the array at a given index. Each value in the array is assigned an index starting from 0 and ending at n-1, where n is the length of the array. For example, if you have an array of length 5, the indices of its elements would be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The next operation supported by an array is replacement, which involves replacing the value at a given index with a new value. This is useful when you need to update the value of a specific element in the array. To replace a value, you simply need to provide the index of the element and the new value that you want to replace it with. The third operation that arrays support is insertion, which involves adding a new value at a specific index in the array. This is useful when you want to add a new element to the array or insert an element at a specific position. To insert a new value, you need to provide the index where you want to insert the new value and the value that you want to insert. The next operation is deletion. Deletion is the process of removing a value from a given index in an array. After the deletion, the array is reshuffled to fill the gap. There are different deletion strategies like deleting from the end or deleting from a specific index. Traversing an array means visiting all the values one by one in order. This can be done using loop structure and accessing each element of the array using its index. Searching is the process of finding a specific value in an array. This can be done by traversing the array and comparing each element with the value being searched for. Merging is a process where two arrays are combined into a single array. The size of the new array is the sum of the sizes of the two original arrays. Sorting is the process of arranging the elements of an array in a specific order, like ascending or descending. This can be done using different sorting algorithms like bubble sort, quick sort, or merge sort. All these operations make arrays a powerful and versatile data structure that can be used to store and manipulate large amount of data efficiently.